Alright, I will be presenting on bipolar 2 disorder. My name is Matt Aida. That's Matt. Last name Aita. My client's name is Jessica Scott. That's Jessica. Last name Scott, Scott. And Jessica is 38 years old. Um, as far as differential diagnoses, we have two. The first one we chose was bipolar 1, and the second one was bipolar 2. We ended up ruling out bipolar 1 disorder because Jessica has never had a manic episode, so ruled out bipolar 1. As far as bipolar 2, we ruled it in because it met all the criterion. For primary diagnostic features for bipolar 1, we have two of them. That's going to be the first one. People with this disorder cycle between depression and hypomania. One more time. People with this disorder cycle between depression and hypomania. The second one, when hypomanic experiences difficulty controlling impulsive, expansive mood, and irritability. When hypomanic experiences difficulty controlling impulsive and expansive mood and irritability. So on to Jessica Scott's story. Like I stated before, she is 38 years old. She is a part-time grad student who lives by herself, and she supports herself by cleaning houses. She has completed all the coursework to get her PhD as a political science 2 years ago, but has yet to even start her dissertation, so taken quite a while. We find early on in her childhood that both her parents struggled really hard to put food on the table and struggled financially. Her mother coped with this through alcohol, and we find that she drank excessively, and when she did drink excessively, she would be quite emotionally abusive to Jessica and her father. When Jessica was 16, she attempted to commit suicide, and she was referred to a psychiatric treatment for her ongoing depression after she attempted to commit suicide. She's been in a long-term relationship with someone for 2 years, but this guy has kind of shown to be uninterested currently and is trying to go their separate ways, which has kind of sparked Jessica's depressive mood again. She says she copes with her sad feelings with eating. She constantly craves chips, cookies, kettle corn, and makes herself peanut butter sandwiches. She's gained 20 pounds over the past couple months. Sleeping-wise, she often wakes in the middle of the night, unable to go back to sleep, and then oversleeps the following day, often sleeping 12 to 13 hours. So quite a lot. She says she has no energy or interest in life, and that she is always tired. When asked if she had any, experienced emotional highs, she says that she cycles between depression and times of feeling up. During these times, she gets very little sleep, averaging 4 to 5 hours a night, so way different than when she's depressed. She becomes highly talkative and feels like her thoughts are racing. Her friends have recently shown concern about her change in behavior, telling her to slow down and not take on so much. During these episodes, she has not gone to any real trouble. So that's good. As far as the multi-axial diagnosis, axial 1, we have bipolar 2. Axial 2, we have none. Axial 3, we have history of suicide attempt. That's history of suicide attempt. Axial 4, we have relationship difficulties. That's relationship difficulties. And we gave her a GAF of 65. So last but not least, we have the theoretical perspectives. There's only one of them. It's pretty long, so I'll say it as slow as I can. It was the biological perspective, and that's clients' symptoms could be caused by a genetic predisposition. Neurotransmitters norepinephrine and serotonin are at a deficit during depressive symptoms. When it comes to hypomania, there is an excess of norepinephrine, the excitatory neurotransmitter responsible for the fight or flight symptoms. There may also be an imbalance of serotonin in hypomania periods. Client may have lower gray matter in the prefrontal cortex and a thinning in the frontal and temporal lobes. So one more time, just a little slower just in case. Clients' symptoms could be caused by a genetic predisposition. Neurotransmitters norepinephrine and serotonin are at a deficit during depressive symptoms. When it comes to hypomania, there is an excess of norepinephrine, the excitatory neurotransmitter responsible for the fight or flight symptoms. There may also be an imbalance of serotonin in hypomania periods. Client may have lower gray matter in the prefrontal cortex and a thinning in the frontal and temporal lobes. So that is all. Have a good week.